Imagine reaching your goal of 10,000 Instagram followers, but you don't stop there. 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 Instagram followers. Yeah, I think I was big time too, but not my guess. What does she do? She hits the reset button. Stay tuned to learn more about the person behind the gram of social media with me. And we have a very special guest today, as you see on the screen. We are speaking with Social Media with Meg, who I must say is an expert at creating Instagram Reels. As she just stated, she creates about 5 or more a week. So we're going to get into that very, very soon. How are you doing, Social Media with Meg? If you could please take a moment to introduce yourself.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here. As you guys are jumping on, say hi in the comments. My name is Meg. I actually run a full social media coaching and membership business here on Instagram, where I help small businesses and creators grow their Instagram to get more sales and to be able to increase their network through their social media. And I've been doing this for about 2 years full time in this specific niche. It's been incredible. I love everything about social media.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, because we're going to get to know you a little bit better. We want to get to kind of know who's the person behind Social Media with Meg, as well as your insight and information and experience on dealing with Instagram Reels. So I think we're going to be in for a good one today.
Let's do it. I'm so excited.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, you did state that you've been doing this for over 2 years now, and you're very happy with that. I want to know, what inspires you to become an Instagram marketer?
So I actually started with a different business on Instagram almost 6 years ago. And that was my first business where I did it blindly. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was like, I like Instagram. And I started to use Instagram kind of as a diary, which Instagram back then was very different, right? So
Yes.
it was like where I shared everything as much more like vlog style. Everyone got to know everything about your life. You didn't need a niche as much. And I started back 6 years ago with that. It actually transformed into a fitness and nutrition business. It grew very quickly, and within my first year in that business, I hit 6 figures. I was on my way to 100,000 followers with that account, and I didn't know how, I didn't know why. So when I started to get questions from other fitness influencers and people who wanted to go into fitness coaching, how to do it, I was like, well, I guess I should probably figure that out. That's when about 2 years into that business, I said, okay, I'm going to start to understand the psychology behind marketing, the tactics, the strategies, what has led me to get to where I am today. And I started to fall in love with marketing. So I actually transitioned my business, pivoted, started this Instagram account a year ago now, but I've been doing this style coaching for 2 years. But started this specific page fresh because I wanted a clean platform to be able to speak directly to my people.
So you had an account with nearly 100,000 followers, and then you decided to shift into a whole other industry. Wow,
Yeah,
that's very amazing.
I switched that account when I had 120,000 followers, and it was clear to those people. So I really wanted a fresh start, and having that freedom almost of like, that was, used as like a diary. Like I said, like it was like everyone knew everything. And I wanted this clean slate to be who I am now and be able to help the people that I love to connect with.
Well, I'm glad to see that you've transitioned to something that it seems as if you really have fallen in love with it. You do so much you have great content, and it's not just you have great information on your page, but you give a lot of yourself. It's personal, and you have fun with it. I can see it in all of your reels. You really enjoy it, and you put yourself out there. I mean, the reel that you did today, first off, the Oscar goes to you. The acting skills alone goes to you on your latest reel. I love it. But you definitely put a lot of yourself into these reels, and the content is not, it's not cookie cutter content. You're learning something while you're being entertained. And I love to see that.
Thank you very much. It really is. I mean, that's the basis of what makes a really good piece of content, is to be able to connect with that creator and be able to learn something. It's so much more than just listing out 5 tips, right? It
Yeah.
has to be personal.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's it becomes a lot on your shoulders when you have to create this content. So I can only imagine, I mean, you stated earlier, you do about 5 reels in a week. I
Yeah.
would love to get a kind of glimpse of your average workday. Like, what do you do on an average workday as a digital marketer?
Okay, so every day of the week is a little bit different, but say going in on a Monday is the day that I do all of my batching of my reels. So let's go through that. You wake up and I have all of my ideas all planned. All of my content strategy is planned for the month prior. However, if like a trend comes up and I want to do it randomly, I allow myself flexibility
That's good.
100%.
Very good.
You got it, right? You got to be able to have that fun and freedom. So in that Monday, I wake up, I do a very slow morning. I am like a 3 hour morning routine kind of girl. Like I like to have my time.
No
um,
rush.
yeah, exactly. I wake up at 5 a.m. Like I love the early morning, but I love to have that time to myself. And during this time, it's all of, the reflection on my own stuff, my morning routine, going to the gym, that type of stuff. I get home and I start work usually around 9 o'clock, where I am then going in and making sure that over the weekend there were no other trending sounds or anything that I
Okay.
missed. I just kind of scroll through reels and save any new ones. I have such a mess. It's not here right now. I'm looking over in the corner because it's always the corner over here that has all of my clothes. I bring all my clothes over from my closet, throw them in the corner, and I just set up my ring light and I start to record. I can record anywhere from 5 to 15 reels, during that like 2 or 3 hours, because I've already figured out what my topics are. I already have sounds saved, and I just start recording. Yeah.
That's great. So you're content batching your reels, and that's a really key element in regards to you being able to post and create 5 reels a week and probably more. That's really awesome. So you gave us a little tidbit of your content strategy right there, and that's kind of alluding to my next question, because you said that you content batch your reels, but like in regards to the general aspect of the content that you put out, like what does your content strategy kind of look like?
It's always going to be different based on if I'm like currently launching something or if I'm promoting a freebie of some sort. So it's always different with the type of content, like the actual meat of the content. However, I'm always posting at least one reel a day if I'm posting that day, which I currently post Monday through Friday set, and sometimes post on Saturday if I'm feeling it. And then I rotate every 3 reels to one static, and it's still so important for me and what I teach my clients to do both types of content, whether that's a carousel or just an infographic or a picture. But having static plus video is incredibly important because you have different people in your audience who are at different steps of their client journey, and they're going to want to learn different things.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah, you're absolutely right on that point, because if they hear it so much from everybody that's in the industry kind of teaching them, you need to do reels, you need to do reels. That's the best way to grow. And, that's why I wanted to discuss this with you. Because this is technically a part two to the same topic. I've discussed this with somebody else a few weeks ago, and it's a very important matter. And it's like, should we be telling that to everybody? And you kind of just hit it right there in regards to some people are at a different point in their journey in their social media adventure, I guess you could say, in regards to their business. So maybe that doesn't really apply to them. I'm glad that you said that.
For sure. It's that. And it's also different learners, different consumer types. Like, not everybody wants to consume via reels. I'm sure they still are entertained and I'm sure
Yeah.
they still watch it, but they are not going to learn and retain the same way. They're not going to be that, it's not going to have that same connection with everybody. So it's important to have different styles for different people. And so right now, my content strategy really is focused on mass production of reels, but the actual static stuff that I put out there is value based. It's something that my people in my audience who love this topic, they're going to save, they're going to share, they're going to get a lot of value out of that one piece.
I think that's a really great way to put it. And I noticed somebody commented on this is Social Seamless. She stated, sometimes I also post on the weekend. And I guess that's somebody that kind of relates to your content schedule. You kind of stated, but you don't do it all the time. But I guess it's kind of if you're in the vibe, if you're feeling the vibe, and maybe something probably pushes you. If there's something current event related, maybe you might be able to do that. That's awesome. I'm assuming you take Sundays off. Is it Sunday? Do you take Sundays off, or is it like
I take
every day?
Sundays off from actually posting, but sometimes I'm on my stories still. There are definitely Sundays I take completely off because I do
Yeah.
like to give my stories that break too and my mind to not have to, be on all the time.
Yeah, it's very important to do so.
It really is. It is.
Thank you very much for joining me, guys. Thank you very much, Meg, for joining me from Florida. Hope it stays nice and warm down there, and you have a great day.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
All right, bye.